The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network. Any questions or concerns about what is said should be directed to the show host, whose information will be provided upon request.
All right, we're back. It's back for another show. I'm excited. We had a very exciting week this week. It's been really busy. Tax season, been rocking and rolling. Hey, but if you're on board in our new system is like tremendous, man. I mean, you get onboarded, you get this onboarded video, and we'll kind of automate it. We actually spent some money and put some real good tools in. If you're an individual, we're going to make sure you get the best deductions possible. If you just have wages, we're just going to position you to the right situation in the future, your tax situation, and what you're really trying to do, accomplish your goals and all that. If you itemize, if you own a house or whatever, we're going to make sure you get the best possible deductions there on your house. We just got the system really cranking this year. Schedule C's, if you own a business or whatever, we're going to make sure you get all your deductions on the Schedule C's. Deductions you're not even thinking about. We're knocking them out of the park this year. Rentals, we're trying to position you. If you got rentals, we're trying to position you to have, to really consolidate your rentals and make sure that you don't fall for any snags with the IRS. If you got multiple rentals, and we're trying to move you into like the larger deals, the larger apartment complex deals. So, I mean, we just got this thing rolling on all cylinders now. What I try to do is I try to think about some of the issues that we confronted during the week, and I try to wrap up everything during the on Fridays to basically tell you all the stuff that we actually encountered, during the week. One thing is this thing where, if you are a parent, you got a child that's entering the workforce, you really got to have the conversations with your child, as far as who's going to claim the child, whether you continue to claim the child on your taxes, or the child actually will actually put everything on their returns. So I'm in the war room actually right now, and I've got people doing taxes right now, so you might hear some background noise. So the deal is, sometimes, especially at last year of school, the child might have his tuition and everything, and you're bouncing back and forth. Should the child put the tuition on their return? Should you put it on your return? In most cases, you're going to put it on your return, the parent. But you got to make sure you have these conversations, because these children, man, they want to get out there and do things on their own. But it might save you thousands of dollars if you continue to put them on your return as opposed to theirs, except if they get a really nice, sweet job where they're making, $180,000, $150,000. We got clients come out of college, mainly the computer science degrees, and they get hooked up with Google and some of the other big companies, and they might be making $180,000, $150,000. It might be better for them to take the tuition deduction and other child deductions. So, well, not child anymore, but you got what I'm saying. It might be better for them to take the tuition on their taxes. So that's one thing that, we confronted a couple times this week, making that decision of who takes what, who files, married filing separately, married filing jointly, and all this kind of stuff. So we do all that kind of analysis. One other thing before we actually cut to a real break, a commercial break, is if you own multiple rental properties, and this is a big one. A lot of the people that we do taxes for, they own multiple rental properties. Good for them. Some of them own 7, 8, 9 properties. Some did return earlier. They own 13 rental properties. So the IRS has this rule where if you want to get losses on those properties, you got to prove that you've actually participated 750 hours on each rental property. On each rental property. I mean, that's something that probably you just can't do. It's really hard to do, especially if you own 10, 11 rental properties. To say that you've actually spent 750 hours on each property is hard to do. So here's what you do. You actually treat the property as one property. It's not one schedule. It's not one Schedule E entry. It's you treat the properties as just one property, and you have to elect into this to do it. And then that's only one 750-hour test. So, if you have any questions about it, you can call our office at 301-474-1040, and we can give you some more information on it, or we can hook you up on your return this year if you got multiple rental properties, and if you have not already done that election. So, I'm going to cover one more thing before we go to the break. Here's a little trick that we usually do. I'm going to give you this little secret. Just suppose you just started a business, say in 2021, and you get to March, April, whatever, and you forget to actually file that first year's tax return because you just started a business in late 2021.
Yeah.
Well, what we usually do is you let us know late that you didn't file for that 2021 year, and say we're in October 2022. What we'll do is we say, hey, look, forget about the fact that you got other partners. Why don't we just file as a single member LLC for this year, especially if you filed an extension already for your personal return. We do that for that first year only. We do that for the first year so you won't have a failure to file penalty, because really you were supposed to file this return back in March 15th. So what we do is we actually structure it where you do it as a single member LLC, and you just avoid all the penalties because it becomes part of your 1040. And then that next year you put it on the 1065. Don't tell the IRS I told you that, but the penalties can be pretty substantial if you late filing that 1120. So that's a little trick that we do. Again, if you got any questions about it, you can call our office and we can hook you up. So, we've been in business for a long, long time, and we know all the little tricks and trades and whatever of the tax preparation field. So there are some things I can say over the air, and there's some things I just will not say over the air because we won't get anybody in trouble. So look, we're going to do a quick break, look at a commercial, brand new commercial we came out with this week. We got some other commercials, so we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hey, my name is Troy the CPA. And I started my business about 15 years ago. And our business has steadily grown throughout the years. But it always wasn't like this.
When I first started, all I had was faith, hard work, and a willingness to acquire knowledge. And I want to share some of that knowledge with you.
Here at TD Emory & Associates, we offer a wide variety of business tax services for small and large companies, including corporations and partnerships, nonprofits, and real estate taxation. Also, we offer audits, compilations, and reviews.
Dependable, accurate, trustworthy. TD Emory & Associates.
Hey, we're back. I hope you all like the brand new commercial that we came out with. We kind of like took our old commercials and mixed it with the new, like what's that? Sonic, Soul Sonic, it's like New Genius meeting old school, that type of thing that we did with our videos. I love that I think it's Soul Sonic. I like that sound with that Bruno Mars and that Soul Sonic stuff going on. So we try to do the same thing with our videos. We mixed like the new geniuses with the old style. You get what I'm saying, right? But anyway, look, just want to throw this out there. If you know anybody that can use our services, call us at 301-474-1040, or you can just go to our website, tdecpa.com, and you'll see plenty of ways to get in touch with us. You can go out on all the social media platforms, and I think there are links to let you know how to get in touch with us. But we would be glad to help you out with your tax needs and help you start planning, your next 3, 5, 10 years out, and make sure you're going to be very, very wealthy. So look, let's get right into it. We're going to go to our next topic. We're talking about things that we talked about this week with our clients, and some of these things are tax tips. Some of these things are just internal things that all our clients really experience. Like, for example, we rolled out this new tax app where it kind of onboards you and walks you through the process. You can see your status of your return at any time. It allows us to have constant communication with you. So it's none of that, hey, I wonder where they are with our return. Like, you can just log into your own account. You send us a message, hey, I forgot this. Hey, what's going on with the return? hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? We're emailing you back and forth. It just basically speeds the process up, gives us a real time, real time communication with you all, to really make sure that returns go efficiently, smooth. And it's amazing, man, stuff that these guys came up with for us this year. But we try to look at what we do every year and just try to improve on everything to save you time, save you money, and just get you on a road to just like kicking butt when it comes to taxes, man. That's all it's about. One other thing that we try to do is we try to send you tax tips. So we're not a tool. We actually give you a lot of good tax tips that you can use throughout the year. So we're really excited about it. So you can tell, right? So one thing we talked about is, I got a call yesterday, guy who's kind of, he's trying to ask me about how can he save more expenses on his business. How can he cut his expenses back? And he was talking about, budgeting and everything. I said, hold it, man. Let me just tell you this. You have great products, you have art, but the problem is you not getting your artwork out there in the public on social media so they can see your artwork. I had to be frank with him and tell him, look, I came to the realization myself that I live in a bubble, right? And I needed to find something to get me out of that bubble, to get my products to the market. Because if I don't get my products and our services to the market, look, we don't eat. My family doesn't eat. My future generations don't eat. So we got to break out of this bubble. It's something that's within us. We know what we got to do to actually bring about success in our lives, whatever it is. We know what it is, but it's something internally within us that just pulls us in and stops us from really going out there and being the best that we can possibly be. I'm just learning this about myself, and I don't have any problems just telling you. Sometimes I'm in a bubble, man. I just need to be reminded, get out of the bubble. Get out of the bubble. So I'm working on my bubble. What about you? Get out of that bubble. Don't just get rid of the fear. Fear is there, man. Fear is always going to be there. It's always going to be there. I'm just learning to just act with fear, man. Go when you got the fear, just go full out. Go all out, man. If you got the fear, those are the things that you need to attack. The things that you're afraid of, because that's where your blessings and your money is going to come. So look, I don't want to do the rah speech today. I want to get to the tax stuff, but I'm just throwing it out there. All right, so we're going to talk about our process a little bit. Again, I told you about the tool that we're using. We're using a nice onboarding tool. You'll get an acknowledgement saying, hey, look, we see that you onboarded. I see that you loaded your documents. And you get a call from one of our representatives saying, hey, look, we're going to make sure we take good care of you. We're prepping your information now. There's going to be a couple layers of review. We actually look at how we can best save you save you on taxes and basically help you move forward and really generating lots of money in the future. So we do that review with you. We meet with you either virtually or online. All this is pretty much automated now. And then we have that follow-up call, really try to help you out in the upcoming year. So I'm really excited about our follow-up calls. We believe in following up with our clients and just making sure that they're doing the right thing next year after, and so forth. So we built some capabilities in there, guys, to really help out our clients to really have a really bright horizon, and they understand what they have to do moving forward. So also, we have a lot of people who actually owe money, and we talk about strategies about how you can actually eliminate those back taxes or get yourself on a payment plan. Also, we got what I call the big refund ballers, those who get the real big refunds. Some people like the big refunds, but there's some people we try to talk to and say, hey, look, why don't you get more money during the year and stop lending Uncle Sam your money? And so what we do is we run calculations to make sure that you're not giving them too much money during the year. And basically you're getting a modest refund, but you're getting your money throughout the year. So if you call us, 301-474-1040, we can help you out as far as what is my right withholding, so that I'm not giving them too much money, but I also get a nice refund every year as well. So we always like go through those types of problems as well. So we just share whatever we're going through. So we got a lot of people who owe a lot of taxes. Again, if you're going to pay off your taxes within 90 days, there's no reason to really get an installment agreement or any other type of agreement. The IRS will give you the 90 days to actually pay off your taxes. If you owe less than $50,000, you can just put yourself on a payment plan. And then if you owe a real lot of money over multiple years or whatever, we do the offer and compromises. And basically, when they offer and compromise, they look at what you make, they look at the assets that you have, and how much they can collect over the statutory period. That statutory period is just a fancy word saying that this is the time that the IRS can legally collect from you. You got 10 years from whenever the debt was formed. They got 10 years to actually collect from you. So, for example, if you filed your tax returns 5 years ago, theoretically, they got 5 more years to try to collect the debt, or else they have to eliminate the debt. So what we do is in an offer and compromise, we look at what can be collected in the statutory period based on what you make and so forth. I'm not going to overly complicate it, but call us if you want to get more in detail. We can tell you how to get an offer and compromise really done. So I'll give you some examples of some in a few minutes. So the key to the offer and compromises is we don't want you to show that you make too much, and we don't want to show that you got too much in your home, or IRS is going to ask you to refi and actually take the money out to pay off your taxes. So there's a sweet spot we try to put you in, so you're not out of pocket too much money, but you get the deal that you want. All right, so basically they're going to take your monthly income, your monthly expenses, and we do an asset calculation, and then we give the IRS the best reasonable offer. But in most cases, we're successful because we know how to craft these things. We've been doing it for a long, long time. So let me give you some examples. So we've had some people who own 2.8 million, and we got the IRS to settle at 144,000. That's pretty good. 1.8 million, we got the IRS to settle at 120,000. We had some clients owe about 300,000. We got them down to about the 40K range. So I mean, those are pretty good, but a pretty good offers. So just don't be scammed out there, guys. A lot of people call you and say they can do this and do that, but you know what? Go with people with their track record. We can show you actual IRS acceptance letters on the 2.8 million or 1.8 million, whatever, where the IRS has actually written to us and said, yes, we accept your offer. When you're doing this, make sure you see some real letters, man. We can show you real letters where we've done this. So real quick, buying a car versus leasing a car. You know, we talk to people about that all the time. Call our office if you want more details. Here's a big one that we have encouraged. We encourage our clients that are making they have an S corp and they're making $400,000 to $600,000 net on the S corps. Well, what we try to do is get them to revoke their S corp election to really be taxed as a corporation, because during the Trump era they made the flat tax for a corporation at 21%. So you save a lot of taxes if you got an S corp and you revoke that S corp election if your income is high enough, right? You got to be in a sweet spot. So we'll talk to you about the sweet spot. Like for example, we got a client that now their net on the S corp election is about 1.5 million every year. They save about $300,000 a year just by revoking that S corp election. So those are some of the things that we encountered this week. Like I said, we like to, just tell you the stuff that we're doing real time every week, let you know the cool things that we're doing, and we like for you to become our clients as well. So catch me on my next video. We try to wrap up and do these type of long type of calls at the end of the week. You can catch the little short bites of what we're doing on the other social media platforms during the week: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I don't know if we're on Twitter too much. Twitter and TikTok, I believe. So we post these short videos out there during the week, so you don't have to wait until the week's end to get some of this information. So, hey guys, I got to run. Got lots of money to go make, lots of returns and other stuff that we're doing. We got so much going on; it's ridiculous. So I'll catch you next time. Go to details and then go to